that if this achieves what I want it to achieve, and it has done, then there's no amount of money in the world that it's not worth. I've seen my heart rate go down because I've had a Fitbit for years, right? It measures my heart rate. I was always kind of 54, 55, which is reasonably good. Yeah. It's now down to 49, 50.
Dave, just hand over to you. Do you want to introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do?
Yeah, Dave Katz, worked in the fields of digital marketing and digital media for the last 20 plus years. I also like to sing occasionally, but I won't do that today because we'll scare people off. I'm full of praise and very effusive for what you've put together and what we've done, and how many people I know I can see from from participating, how many people it impacts in an incredibly positive way.
What was your motivation for having a chat with someone like me and starting, I guess, this process that we've been through in this journey?
I'd get in the shower every day, look at myself and think, I'm not comfortable with how I look. But actually, as you and I have discussed, there were other bigger drivers for me, which were more around mindset and focus. So two big major things for me was one, very much work related. On the one hand, I would have too many days. I'd get to the end of the day and I'd be knackered because I'd worked really hard all day, but I'd get to the end of the day and think, I haven't quite done the things I wanted to do, right? Why am I having days where I kind of work hard, but I'm not doing the things I want to do? I'm getting too led into reactive kind of situations. And I probably had days where I wasn't doing as much as I probably was able to do either. So I wasn't applying myself as well as I could have done. So there was a whole bunch of kind of mindset things around that. And then I felt in my, I'm a family man. I've got 3 kids, got a wife, and we have a lovely home. And I felt I wasn't giving my family the best that I could do.
What you've got out of it, or what your main high fives are, and then I guess once we've got that, maybe just touch on sort of some of the process or some of your learnings that have got you to that. Well, let's do the first bit first.
A lot of the time that I find frustration with him, I'm actually frustrated with me. Right. And the reality is that he models a lot of the poor kid models a lot of his behavior on me. Yeah. And actually a lot of the stuff around kind of nutrition and exercise and stuff like that, he's already doing. I can see him doing it in just 3 months. Just, had years of preaching at him and telling him he should be doing stuff that I wasn't doing. And it's not like I don't want to paint the wrong picture. He's not in terrible shape by any means, but it's just stuff that he could tighten up on and do better. And so the biggest kind of high five is seeing him saying, you know what, I want to do boxing twice a week. No, well, he's 14, right? I want to do boxing twice a week, right? Don't love walking to school every day. It's like a 25-minute half, but he does it every day, And so it's stuff like that. And then in work, it's just knowing that I'm ticking the stuff off my to-do list every day, and spending less time reacting to stuff that's coming in and more time going, well, I will deal with that, but I don't have to do it straight away because I'm focused on this thing. I have lost 15 pounds. It wasn't a priority. Like, you asked me, how much do you want to lose? And I was like, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds. I had no idea really if that was feasible. Done that. That's good. And the other one is the thing that has probably been the single biggest game changer for me. And against probably my biggest blind spot is kind of some of the kind of the mood swings that I have that I don't take out in the right places. And actually meditating every day, I've seen my heart rate go down because I've had a Fitbit for years, right? It measures my heart rate. I was always kind of 54, 55, which is reasonably good. Yeah. It's now down to 49, 50. So it's 10% better.
Like, what are your main takeaways from the process or main learnings that you've gone like, right, this is what you've taken that's helping you achieve where you're at today?
One of the things that really helped me was one of the exercises that you asked us to do around values. And looking at your core values, and kind of do this exercise where you go through a bunch of questions, and by the end of it, the answers are generally the same 3 or 4 answers. Yeah. So when I look at the things that I really wanted to achieve, against financial objectives, family objectives, and outside of work, and those things for myself, music stuff, right? Mm-hmm. There's a whole load of stuff I want to do. It's really kind of understanding, well, if those are the things that I want to be doing, what do I tangibly do to make sure I do more of them? And what do I minimize? Because everything comes at a cost, right? Mm-hmm. What do I minimize? And actually, probably one of the biggest switches, I think, for me, I've always been a bit of a night owl. So I was always up late, 12, 1 o'clock most nights. Probably switched off from it was probably from about 10 o'clock or 9:30 in the evening, was just sitting in front of the TV, just watching crap, right? And actually, what's shifted in my life massively is setting my alarm a little bit earlier week on week, and spending more time early in the day doing the stuff that's actually helping me.
What would you say to someone who's on the fence with embarking on a process like this, or even embarking on maybe giving me a nudge to have a chat?
I would say, firstly, think about what it is you want to achieve and, why you're not doing it now. right? Because if there's anything that might have resonated over the last half an hour, it may well be that thing of, yeah, well, I kind of know what to do, but I'm not doing it. And maybe I just need someone to help give me a nudge. And I said it to you on our first call that if this achieves what I want it to achieve, and it has done, then, there's no amount of money in the world that it's not worth, because it's helped me immeasurably so far. And I believe that those habits are utterly embedded. So I think for anyone that's thinking about it, by all means, have a chat with me. I'm more than happy to share my experiences as we know, because we're on here today. But I'm incredibly grateful for what you put together and how the program works, because it has really helped me, and I can only speak from that personal experience.
On that note, we'll let you get off. For anyone who's watching, I hope this has been enjoyable. If you are interested in having a chat with me about how I can help and what it all looks like, give me a nudge. And again, I think Dave's kindly said he would have a chat. So if you want to hear from the horse's mouth before speaking to me, give Dave a nudge. He's kindly said he would. On that note, have an amazing Thursday, guys. Thank you very much, Dave, and see you soon.